Hello, so I'm just going to do a recap of Route 53 and how to connect a domain to DNS exit, and then you manage it through Route 53. So this is for everyone who attended my workshop, and anyone else who wants to learn about Route 53. Yeah, so this is the architecture that we're going to use. So basically, we just want to use Route 53 with CloudFront, and the first step is delegating a free DNS exit domain to Route 53. Yeah, so ideally you should sign up to this website, DNS exit, and then create a free domain. So there are free domains here. And then so you already have a domain to use, and once you create a domain here, you shall come to Route 53. So remember, Route 53 is a DNS management service by AWS, and therefore we're going to leverage it for DNS management. Yeah, so come here and create a hosted zone. So basically, a hosted zone is a container of your domain, and you can be able to contain as many domains as you want, so whether it's public or private. So this is the domain that I have on DNS exit. So I'll just click on it. So once you create a hosted zone with your domain, and let me just go over that process because it might be necessary. So here you just create your domain name. So come paste your domain here, and then the type of the hosted zone is public, and then create your hosted zone. So there's nothing too complicated about it. Yeah, so once you create your hosted zone, come to records, and you will see you'll have an NS record created for you. So you need to take this for values where you're going to route traffic from. So come to DNS exit, edit your DNS, and change your name servers. So as you can see, I've already changed mine, but you need to change your name servers to point to Route 53. And then for you to confirm that your domain works correctly, you should come type this command dig name server and then your domain, and then you should see your DNS pointing to AWS, and this can take a while. So if it doesn't work immediately, DNS name servers can take 24 hours sometimes, so just be patient. And then once you do that, come back to Route 53, and then you can now proceed with the lab. So you see we've already claimed our free domain, created the hosted zone, and delegated authority from DNS exit to Route 53. So this is what we're doing when you're pointing the name servers. Yeah. So when you change your name servers, you need to update it to the AWS ones. Yeah, and then you verify. So once you verify, you need to create a certificate association for free domains, so that you can be able to manage it through Route 53 because it's very ACM, the service that we use for managing our SSL termination. It rejects validation if the domain is not very, or rather it's not bought from a particular mail server. So here we're getting a free domain, so we need to add this CA records. So come to Route 53 and make sure you have, so just create a record and then paste these values attached to the lab document, and then you create that record. And then once you have that record, come to the service called Certificate Manager, where we're going to create a certificate, an SSL termination, so that our traffic is pointed to HTTPS. So yeah, so just follow along with the lab. So I already have a certificate, but it was rejected since my name servers are not yet updated. So I need to do this step. So let me just delete that certificate, request a new one, and then request the public certificate. And then for our domain, just give it the one that we have from DNS exit. So clean stuff is. And then you don't need to allow export. Yeah, so just request the certificate and the domain, and then you also need to confirm that you have DNS validation, and then you just request it. So it's pending validation. So once it's issued, we will be able to route our traffic through HTTPS. And then now, once it's done, you can do the final verification for the DNS propagation to end. And then now we do another dig. So dig is used for DNS management commands. And then once it's done and your certificate is issued, you can now be able to host your static website through CloudFront. Yeah, so certificate has been issued. So once that is done, you can come and proceed with Lab 2, where now we point our static website to our new domain. Yeah, so for that, this is the architecture that we have. We post our website in an S3 bucket, and then we use CloudFront, our point of origin. So let me just come to CloudFront. So I'm going to create a new distribution. So now proceeding with the lab is not hard. So first you need to create a private S3 bucket, which I believe I already have. make sure to have that as well. And then now in part 2 is where we create our CloudFront distribution. And when we are setting it up, we need to tell it to point to S3 bucket as the origin, and then our domain as the place to point it. This is a single website. And then now come in the domain info, come and paste your domain. And then check domain. Now you see it's telling you that your domain is being managed by Route 53. So that's exactly what we want. And then for the origin type, choose your S3 bucket. And then for the bucket, choose the bucket that has your website. So in our case, let's just come to this S3 bucket. And inside here, we just have an index.html and a stars.css. So come choose your bucket. Don't need the origin path. And then next, for security purposes, you can enable WAF, but for now we won't do it. And then get TLS. So as you can see, TLS has already been issued for us. And then create that distribution. So once the distribution is fully deployed, we should be able to see our website on our domain. And also remember, we also have a CloudFront domain provided for us. And then our CloudFront domain will be our point of origin. It usually takes like 2 to 5 minutes. And then once it's done, we should see our website on CloudFront and on our domain. So here I'm just going to put an index.html, and as you can see, we have our website. So also we should check our domain to see if it also works as well. I think we need an index.html. Is it done deploying? I think there is one more step that you need to take. Come to Route 53. And then go to your hosted zone. Go to your domain. And then we need to create a new record. So leave the subdomain, the record name rather, as it is. The record type, I think we need to change the record type. Oh no, it remains as an A record. And then we select the alias, choose an endpoint, alias to CloudFront, and then choose a distribution, this domain. So as you notice, this domain already works. So we just need to point our domain to this URL, and then I'll also show you how to fix this. So come back here, routing policy, just leave it as it is, and then create a record. And then once this is deployed, we should be able to see our website on our new domain. So the last step is to fix this index.html to have index.html as our main origin, so we don't need to specify it. So come back to Route 53, and then choose your hosted zone. And then go to click on your domain. I think we should get the dash. Actually, no, we should do this in CloudFront, not 53. So just go to CloudFront and click on the distribution that has our website, and then in the settings panel, and just edit, scroll down to default root object, click index.html and save your changes. So once you do that and remove this, you should have your website. And if you do that with the CloudFront link as well, that should work. Yeah, so basically that is how you host a static website using CloudFront and route 53. Thank you.